Previously on ITL.
And I'm not committed to an artist. I'm committed to a vision.
There is nobody on this earth who is without fault. If you're a fault finder, you will never be able to serve under any ministry.
Wow.
One of the things we need to fear and we need to work on is the enemy within. People within the ministry who are very disloyal, who are very not committed, who have the ability to cause every vision to crumble down.
Just release him to go and continue the ministry somewhere.
So
Basically, sack the guy.
sack them.
It's all for you. It's all about you. You. Use the groove. Use the music. Make you move. It's all for you. It's all about you.
I wrote this song about 10 years ago when I was studying jazz, African jazz, and I was listening to different kinds of genres of jazz. And I decided to put into practice some of the ideas I had learned. And I decided to add a local language to the song to make it more interesting. And I'm very excited to see how it's going to turn out. And JP has done some wonderful things with the song, and I want you to enjoy this.
Wow. So the house, the place is near a school called Happy Home.
2,000 years later.
It's crazy. I turned at the other side, the other room. Yeah. One after this. And we took it to a setting of God, the other end. Oh, sorry. Hey. So we roaming for like the past. Yeah, he said Happy Homes. So I'm looking for Happy Homes. Oh, sorry, you. I heard Light Academy. I'm so sorry. And Google threw me about 500 meters on the other side. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sorry. But good to see you. Charlie, good to see you. Where do I park? Anywhere.
Dylan, what are your expectations? You haven't met the team before.
At all. I just saw something in the video and online.
Yeah,
So I'm expecting. I'm hoping that the instrumentalists would have gone through the song.
Okay.
I'm hoping the choruses would have attempted at least listening to the songs, and then we can start. So I'm expecting us to start. Trying to put the things together, trying to see how feel the song. Maybe layouts. How many rehearsals do we have before the actual recording?
We've not fixed a date yet because we want to make sure that it's comfortable for you. As of now, we don't have a lead singer pinned down for this yet. I was talking about it with you.
Yeah.
So we have a number of options, but we'll see how the results and stuff go.
So far, I think Dela is one of the most interesting songs I've ever worked on.
Have you done something already? Have you tried to sing it by yourself? Oh, I'm sure you have. I won't hear how you sound.
You have it.
You haven't at all.
Just let us know. Not together. Put on the page this week. Where you put on the page? This week. Yeah, so since you put on the page, let us know.
So how do you usually do your songs? Do you listen to the demo and then try to sing along, or you score it and you go into parts? How do you?
It depends on the song. Sometimes the song, if it's complicated, you probably let people listen before they come to save time. If it's something we can easily work out, you just go straight. So it's fully up to you.
So I guess everyone has listened to the song.
Yes.
Do we understand the words?
No.
Our language is difficult, Papa. We sometimes cry when you get a prize because can you imagine people from my own tribe ask me questions and I'm not able to answer in the same language, yo. The language is so complicated.
Dela Yesu really has some really technical in there that I had to do personal rehearsals, trying to pronounce the word.
Wisdom. Yeah. Then there's one I heard them saying, ooh. Oh, Dogaga Sione. There's ooh, some of them are saying ooh. It's not ooh, it's oh Jonia. They I'm content with them. Yeah, so ooh, it's not ooh.
Because of the language, like speaking the Ewe, singing the Ewe, it's kind of fun.
Great song, great lyrics. I love that it's Ewe. Yeah, biased like that.
So it's in 3 time signatures, 3. So there's a 4/4, which is the first part. Then there's a 6/8, which is the Agbaja part. Aduwa or Agbaja is the same. The same. Then the last part is a 7/8, 7/4 time signature, which is the last. But even that part, the last vamp is also borrowed from a praise song. Just I modified the words a bit, changed a few things. So it's basically saying thanks. I just hear that. Listen. I need that. It's the words. Who's an Ewe here?
Yeah, so I'm Ewe, right? And many people accuse me I'm not Ewe enough. So people, I hope this proves to you I'm Ewe enough. My name is Mawesi, so I am Ewe. So thank God, and God bless people like Michael after he wrote the song.
In Ewe, there are 2 types of D. One is pronounced like a TH, yes, in there. And then one is pronounced as the normal D. So normally we write the regular D with a longer tail, but it just means that sometimes you have to pronounce it as in like TH, sometimes like a T. So you don't say Fupe ple dole, you say Fupe ple do. Do you know the difference between do and do?
I don't think we pronounce all the words correctly, so apologies to all Ewes. But I think it's not bad. I think it's close enough.
Oh, the language, dear. Most of the things I sang, I don't think I really understand.
They said it was like a whistle kind of thing, like I went to or something. Afeto de la yes. Afeto de la yes. I mean, it's a mouthful because I'm not Ewe. You know, the words are heavy. You know, so it took me a while to get it. And also, you know, Dela Yesu is very complex because you're dealing with the language, you're dealing with the tempo of the song, and you're dealing with the notes. So there are so many things going on in your mind. Are you pronouncing the words well? It's ewe. So if someone is listening to it, they know that you are saying the right thing. So the ewe was difficult, but I mean, we tried, right?
Okay, so fupekpele. Can you say fupekpele? Fupekpele. 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 Dole. 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 Aha. Again, go. Okay, let's join it. That's you. Okay. Somebody record it, please. Can you join it? So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, go.
But yeah, Zena Isu is also a very nice song, very long song with so many things in there. Trust GP, just trust GP.
Mike Alvey was my assistant music director in Impact Project. This is like 10 years ago or more. And we did a song in a different version, but we never really nailed the song then. We had great musicians, but I don't think we ever like finished it, you know. So this was an opportunity to work again with an amazing man of God, incredible mind, Mike Alvey, on this song. And interestingly, working with Isaac Aye, amazing man.
It's very nostalgic. If you might remember his impact on that. You don't have the chance to go all out and do stuff like this at all. I mean, even if you wanted to, there's no time. There's so much to do. And so I think it's a very big privilege for me to have let you do this. I just pray that every second you spend, eventually the song will touch someone's life.
Skewt is here to kill the work, and I trust him. I believe he's going to do justice to it.
Medley is really pursuing his music career. I think at the moment he's at Koforidua working at a studio.
In this season, we are working with so many amazing producers. Some are full-time, some are part-time. Isaac is full-time. Henry Dachimo producing another song is part-time. You know, I am part-time producing some many of the songs, or co-producing actually all the songs. The producers who are coming on board. So I'm hoping Medley is beginning to understand the pros and cons of all these choices. If you choose full-time, this is what full-time can look like. So look at it from Isaac point of view. Look at it from the people you are encountering. This, if you choose part-time, this is what it looks like. Look at it from my perspective, what Jerry's life looks like. Look at it from what Henry Dachimo's life looks like. And then, based on what you believe you are called to do, make a choice. But know that with each of those choices, there are pros and cons. For example, my choice means that I don't get to do what I want to do musically as often as I can. I do 8 to 5. I get to produce only after work or weekends. I don't get to rehearse. That means there's a tendency of me becoming sloppy over the years because I don't get to excite my muscles to play as often. You know, the upside is that maybe, depending on where I find myself, I may have more financial liberty, so I can stick to doing the songs, music I want to do. And those are the challenges. It doesn't mean that's what you have to do, but I'm hoping that Medley is appreciating the pros and cons of both worlds.
My name is Jonathan Elom Atasabo. My stage name is Jubeli, which a lot of people know. And outside GP, I'm into music production, audio production, and also music directing. Basically, so that is what I do full time outside GP. In JP, I am a keyboard player, synth player, and also a band leader. Also an in-house producer to JP. Yeah. In the beginning, my parents didn't support that idea of pursuing music.
Because any the Viana, I love watching Aqua Peji. I want Aqua Peji. A little him is peace, Poma Fi, Mele, well, Papaji Popoa, hello, Ale Watank Papaji, I'm gonna put again.
Well, yeah. If you want to be rich, you might not want to be music fully in this case. Just.
Well, being a full-time musician means that you always have to be on top of your game. If you are not, then that means you are not going to be called. And if you are not being called, it means you are not going to get any money.
These are stuff I usually practice. At least every week I go through 1 or 2 of them for not less than 1 hour.
I think it can be quite a long and tough journey. I would marry somebody who's in full-time, but I just think you need something on the side, and or alternatively, both of us can't be doing full-time music.
I struggle to decide on doing music full-time, and I'm still struggling. It is not easy. It's not easy at all.
Yeah, that's one of the challenges. Finance. It's a journey, like I'm saying, and when you start, like it's not easy.
I remember my first 2-3 years in doing professional music. I played secular a lot. I didn't have much time for gospel gigs.
Most of my friends who play gospel have all switched to doing secular because they see things are more professional. The people you work for respect the elements. They don't believe they are being there. Like after a gig, they receive your money. We do for themselves. Yet we get our fees from that.
It's gospel, which means it's something you are doing for the Lord. It's really, really not your burden or your headache. I've been thinking about this lately. Resources, and I think provision for your assignments is really, really dependent on your obedience.
Man, Kaya, I'm tired. They are still asking me to record parts and send. By this time, it's all part of the work.
So I crown you.
Alright, so I'll be heading to JP Lounge for a rehearsal session with Isaac Aye. I'm so excited. I'm going to be meeting him. He's such a big fish, I can't wait to learn a lot.
I was in school with Michael Ablett in Presec. So they were all kind of in the same band, and there's a whole network of other people who are there who are also featured in the whole album. So Dela Yesu is amazing.
Isaac Aye is a whole artist. Like he's, and you can see that his mind is just working all over the place, doing those things.
The level of professionalism I is used to, I am not sure JP is ready for that yet.
JP gave us some mad warnings that he's very strict. If he tells you to do something, you do it the way it's supposed to be done. You don't just play anything. Whatever you're playing, you make sure it is the right thing.
Seeing him personally, you could tell that he doesn't play with his work. I mean, when it comes to producing or when it comes to he directing, I mean, he doesn't play with it at all. I'm concerned. That's the bottom line. I'm concerned because when you bring somebody with such a rich experience musically to the team, the last thing I want is to be embarrassed.
Hello? Hiya. Hello. How does it feel? A lot of rec sections and a few blues, right? So where are the blues? How does the blues feel?
So blue is a good part, right?
No.
Blue is a bad part. I think it's for me. It's all blue.
No. A few reds.
Dela Yesu. That song put us on our toes. I mean, half the time I didn't even know what I was saying.
I think we don't have so many other songs out there, like well produced, well written ever songs. And so this is like one of
Isaac I just knows what he wants. Let me just put it that way.
When he came in, he brought that element of expressiveness, which turned the whole song around.
Okay, so it's phrasing. So phrasing is key. Okay, same word, same song, phrasing is everything. I won't be playing, so don't get excited. So what am I trying to say? It's a song. Every part you play, I'll teach you later, I promise. Every part is a song. So I was coming to you. You knew it was coming to you. You knew it was heading towards you, right? You knew it. Alright.
I mean, Magister was playing, but it wasn't really what he wanted. So he had to bring what he wanted from Magister. And, you know, we saw him drill Magister a lot. Yeah.
Okay, I want a song from your bass. Play a script, play a line. At the moment, you're playing the same thing everybody's playing, so I can't hear you unless I turn you up. If I have to turn up your volume, then that's all right. The secret to a great mix is actually if the production and the arrangement is right. It's just easy to make. You're making this difficult. Not you, but I mean, you know. So one more time. Play this line. 2, 1, 2, the flat. Let's try together now. Again.
Isaac is doing some really interesting things with the song, and I'm loving it. I'm loving the influence. For example, he's flipped around the bass line, right? And it has brought the whole song some forward movement. That's why Isaac got the song, right? He's gotten it. So the bass line is not just playing a melodic or a chordal definition function like bass line, but it's doing more than that. It's kind of emphasizing the rhythmic content of the song. It was something that I think was quite missing, but I couldn't put my finger on it. So Isaac sorted it out.
If you can hear the click, and the click is too fast, you're playing slow. If the click is too slow, you're playing fast. If you can't hear the click, then you're playing on. Okay? If the click is lost, then you're playing perfectly. But don't play perfectly in time. Great guitarists play behind the bass line. So look at Jonathan DeBose. Remember what I told you yesterday? You gotta be like, embody the music, embody the guitar. Don't be hard, okay? So slightly behind the beat, so let the click be faster than you. Yeah? Push. Wait. Oh. No, you're behind. You've lost the bar by 1. Don't panic, okay? You're panicking. Don't panic. You're good. You're doing good. If I didn't like it, I've sacked you a long time ago. So like this. 2, 3, and...
Trying to kill me.
Yo, Josh. Yo, what's up? Charlie, yeah. I missed your call like 3 times. So. I really did. If you call like 3, that means it's Charlie gig day. Charlie, where we the jam? Oh, okay. Hey! Hard zone, Charlie. With time. At the moment, I didn't top the go somewhere. Yeah, I guess some other rehearsal I'll be too. Yes, I'll be, the gospel. How much? Charlie. But you, why? They send you
I will not go back to secular because I want money. or I will not go and play a secular gig because I want money. Because right now, with people talking to me and me seeing people and reading and seeking advice from people, I have decided to stay in one corner, build myself.
Sometimes people use money as an excuse to not do what they are supposed to do. And they are trying to be modest. Oh, I need to work and do this at the same time. If that's what you are led to do, great. But if that's not what you've been asked to do, don't try to, think for God. Don't try to help God. Like, God doesn't need your help. What God needs from you is your obedience. You will be shocked the sort of resources that He has actually supplied for your journey that you don't have access to because you're not working in obedience. So when it comes to ministry or anything you're doing for God, obedience is very, very key.
Full-time ministry is different from being a full-time musician. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing to be a full-time musician and a full-time music minister. Music minister, it means that you are in this solely number one for God. Everything else is secondary. Full-time musician, you are in this fully for music. Right? So you can be a full-time musician and be doing Christian music. It's not the same as somebody who is a full-time gospel musician in terms of ministry. So it's not an easy definition, but I'm hoping through this experience, Medley in particular, and everybody else who is part of this episode and watching, is beginning to appreciate the differences.
Full-time or part-time music? That's not the dilemma, is it? What is God saying? Do we want to know? Are we obeying? Are we at least trying to figure it out? Let's trust and obey. Let's watch and pray. Let's put Jesus first, put kingdom first, and everything else will fall in place.
1, 2. Hey, 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 hey. Yes, 2. 3. Don't forget to smile. And counting.